Hey guys, it's Annie Margaret Yang back with another video for you today. Today is Wednesday, February 7, 2024. Today I'm going to talk about W-9 forms because somebody asked a question about it. But before I get into that, I just want to say I was reading the comments throughout the day. Throughout the day I refresh my YouTube Studio app just to see if there's any comments. So then that way I can talk about them tonight, right? And somebody had commented about how he came across a video on YouTube about how in the 1980s and the 90s in Argentina, the economy was really great. It was almost just like the United States, where immigrants from around the world would want to go there and then basically, create a really good economy. But he said something about how, and then one day people just woke up and found that their assets were frozen. And I wanted to read this exact comment, but it's been deleted from YouTube. So when I went to my YouTube Studio and to look for the comment so that I could print it out and read it word for word, whoever wrote that comment, I don't know what happened, but your comment got flagged and deleted by YouTube, so I can't read it word for word. Maybe you should go back and check what happened. I also went into the held for review tab and it didn't get moved there. There's no comments whatsoever in my held for review tab, so the comment is just straight up gone, unfortunately. So I think the comment section is basically getting censored as well here. So anyway, moving on, today's question is from Bernie B. 4 days ago, he asked, "Hi Annie, I've been following your channel for a few years. I got my insurance, cell phone plan, and college. I'm in college now, studying to be precise. Everything because how easy it was for me to learn from you. Please keep posting more of these. Thank you. Wait, I wonder if you can make a video on how to fill out your W-9 when you get hired. LOL, thank you, thank you." Okay, so this is gonna be a two-part answer. First of all, this is a W-9 form at the top. It says W-9, and I'm just going to go over how to fill it out, but then I'm going to question, why is your employer asking you to fill out a W-9 form? Step 1 at the top where it says box 1, you put your full name, so first, middle, and last. Step 2, you skip that box. Step 3, you check this box here. It says individual proprietor. You check this box. All the others, you don't need to worry about them because listen, if you filed for a C Corp, S Corp, partnership trust, or limited liability, you would know because you have to pay a couple $100s to file for that. And clearly you didn't. You're just in college and you're just trying to work a job. Box number 4, skip it. Doesn't apply to you. And then 5 and 6 is basically your home address. 7, skip that box. 8, I'm assuming you're here legally and that you're a citizen here in the United States, and that you have a social security number. If you have a social security number, you fill this out. If you're an illegal alien, but you came here and you got work authorization, and therefore the government allows you to work, or you are here legally on a visa, and you got your green card. Not got your green card. In the process of getting your green card and waiting to get your green card, you can also get work authorization while waiting for your green card to be approved. So that way you can already start working. That's usually 6 months into your green card application process. Usually you get employer identification number. So it's a tax ID number that's given to people who don't have a social security number just yet. And then lastly, you just sign here and then date the form. Okay, it's a really simple and easy form, but I'm wondering, why are you asking how to fill out your W-9 when you get hired for a job? Because you don't fill out this form when you get hired for a job. So I'm wondering, are you confused about which form? Because you fill out this form if you're an independent contractor. So let's say you have a business, you're a service provider, and you have clients. Your clients, if you're not a corporation, so if you are an individual proprietor, meaning you're just using your social, or you are a limited liability company, your client is required by law to report the payments that they make to you in a given year to the government by January 31st of the next year. And they ask you to fill this out so that they can report the payments to the government with the 1099 form. But you're not, I'm assuming, any of these, right? You're not, like, you don't own a business where you're serving clients as a freelancer. I'm assuming you have like just a regular job. So you should be filling out a W-4 form. So if your employer is asking you to fill out a W-9 form for a job, I'd ask you to go back to the employer and ask why you're getting asked to fill out a W-9. And I'd also recommend you go to the Department of Labor and raise a flag, ask a question. You know, it's free. We pay for the Department of Labor with our income taxes to protect the labor class. So why don't you call up the Department of Labor in your state and ask this question as well, whether you're classified properly, because most likely you're not, unless you're working as a real estate agent. Because I work in real estate, I know for a fact that the salespeople in real estate, so real estate agents, they are paid 100% based on commission. So like if they sell a house, they'll get, I don't know, like 0.6, no. They'll get 60% of 2.5% of the house. So out of the house, the commission they get is 2.5%, but that goes to a brokerage, and then the brokerage pays them out about 60 to 80%. But that's 100% sales, that's not a job. So at that point, they're considered an independent contractor where they set their own hours and everything. And so that's why they would fill out a W-9 and they would get 1099 at the end of the year. If you fill out a W-4 form, then that means you're getting a W-2 at the end of the year. When you fill out a W-4 form, that's to determine how much in income tax needs to be withheld from your paycheck. So that way, at the end of the year, you get a W-2 and you file a tax return. I hope that makes sense. And then I guess just the last form for anyone who's also curious is the W-8BEN. That's for people who work overseas, who are not US citizens. Like, so for example, let's say a business hires somebody, a business here in the United States hires somebody in the UK for work, right? Not as an employee, but simply like just as an independent contractor, just like this. But it just so happens they're not a US citizen and they also don't live in the United States, they live outside of the United States. Then at that point, you ask them to fill out a W-8BEN, and you don't need to report that income to the IRS that you paid them, because the IRS is not in charge of any overseas people who are not citizens. So I hope that makes sense. It's a short video. So I highly recommend Bernie. You clarified with me. Did you ask the right question? Do you really actually want to know how to fill out a W-4? Or is your employer taking advantage of you? And maybe you should report that to the Department of Labor if they are, okay? Good luck with everything. And then for anyone else who's still watching, guys, there's a lot of censorship going on. Please stay connected with me on Signal. Download the Signal app on your phone. Messages on Signal are end-to-end encrypted, meaning that the government cannot read the messages between you and me. And so please add my personal cell phone number. It's 806-544-2929. And when you say hi, when you text me, just let me know your full name and the city and state where you're based, or city and country where you're based, and I'll add you to my phone book. That's it for now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.